want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. I've been so my frustration.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Mike's fine.
Ladies.
Check Mike, check Mike. Watch the edge. Check 50, check 50. Shift.
Heavy. Legs up.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Guys up. We need keys.
54. You're trash. Jim. Check.
Guys up.
This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And Duke Riley will get credit for the tackle.
It's third down and 6.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6.
Move. Five.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. That's complete to John Ross. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Here we go. Shoot. Check 3.
Here we go. 368.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Guys up. Lead.
56 is the mic. You got double up. Out.
Regular.
Top go.
High. Legs up.
Now on second and 13, Dalton. There he goes, right side. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. and the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Next to score, Niners 7, Bengals nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. You go tight.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
You better come hard.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Coming to you, coming to you. Check 9, check 9.
Regular.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Come on.
Now Dalton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Here we go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here we go. 180.
52, come on. I'm here.
Lock.
Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
A gain of 2.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey,
Here we go.
these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo flushed out right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 49er fans likely holding their breath watching Garoppolo scramble, but that time it pays off. He's in one piece, and he's got the 1st down.
Here we go. 180.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Go tackle, let's go. We got that.
Garoppolo on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Here we go.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
11.
Garoppolo looks to throw. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Here we go.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here.
Batu, the Mike. Mike Batu. Defense, which check.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Niners 14, Bengals nothing. Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
What we got?
On 2nd and 1, Dalton. He completes it to Boyd. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 44 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
At the 49ers' 29-yard line.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
54. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Hey. Check 52. Cloud.
And Dalton to throw. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Quan Alexander. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Garoppolo gives to Breida. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here we go.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Completes it to Samuel. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Preston Brown. He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he's going to go down again. Geno Atkins in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
You can't stop me.
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
12.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
1st down, San Francisco.
Here we go. 52.
52. So don't say nothing.
6.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 36. Kittle last year, what a season. 1,377 receiving yards, an NFL record for tight ends en route to his first Pro Bowl. Not bad for the former 5th-round pick. I remember that game, December against Denver. He had that monster first half, 210 yards. Did not have a single catch in the second half, but still those 210 yards were just 4 yards shy of Shannon Sharp's single-game record for a tight end.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Elsewhere, second quarter in D.C. And the Cowboys on the board again. It's a 2-touchdown lead there. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
56, right there, 56. Hey, watch the slant.
They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton. He may try and run for this. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down. Now Joe Mixon. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
All day, baby. Get nowhere. Going nowhere.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. From just shy of midfield, Dalton. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. 3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out. It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now. They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them. Here's Dalton. He'll let this go end zone for Green. And this is going to be intercepted. Dalton picked off by another Horned Frog, Jason Verrett. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks. And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level is't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
I'm coming. Hey, alert.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards. Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
The Niners on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first.
Here we go.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for Bengals TD. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They will run again with Coleman. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the two-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes a 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really... Touchdown, 49ers! 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Shit!
Here you go, Cam!
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Let's get it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
93, 52, 93, 44. That's up.
Dalton here from the gun. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Hot. Team.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And the fans probably thinking, wow, that's the first time Dalton and Green have connected here, and it's late. Where have they been?
And because they haven't been there, haven't been present, haven't done it often, their team is losing right now. It's vital that those two connect if they want to have a chance.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Eric Armstead able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
56 to Mike.
Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? He's going to float this one deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it.
21, 21.
Go. Go.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
21, 21. Here we go.
Guys, game situation. Let's go.
On second down now. It's Coleman, and he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here we go.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Got his target, Samuel. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 32-yard line.
And the 49er first down.
Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
21. Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On second and goal, Garoppolo. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Passing, it's Dalton. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. Dalton. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Bengals going for it. Here's Dalton. He's going to loft one deep left side. And my goodness, another interception. Dalton picked off by another Horned Frog, Jason Verrett. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
13 yards there and a Niner first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Get off the field. Let's get off the field. Big Ed.
Hey, alert!
Play action. Garoppolo. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out.
We coming all day.
Here we go.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Check. Hot.
6-6. Pull it high.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Vigil. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
It's second down.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Garoppolo now. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Touchdown pass number 4 of the afternoon for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive or no? And down he goes. The 49ers get there. D. Ford. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. He's going to air it out deep for Green, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it. Now, defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Another chance for Dalton. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Throwing on third and long. Dalton under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Nick Bosa in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. They'll try to pass on fourth down. Dalton going up top. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up second and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Coleman shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he'll be out of bounds. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Oh, the hurdle.
Oh.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Call it a loss of 8 yards on the play. And it'll be second and goal.
Here we go. 180. Flag. 54.
Let's go.
And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So the victory here for San Francisco, and this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours. Right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of teams actually rehearse it. They practice it. Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get used to doing it that way. I remember when I played at Tennessee, when we had to go from east to west, our trainer Tim Karen said, leave your watches on East Coast time. Every piece of information we got was East Coast Standard Time. Try to psychologically
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more.